This Bigfoot sighting report comes out of Alpine County, California. The witness says that there were 3 of them in their hunting group, that they were hunting deer. They already had a hunter on top of the hill, saying that he hiked in while it was still dark. He and his uncle started up the hill at dawn. They parted ways about halfway up. The witness uncle went to the southeast and he went to the northwest. So he says that the south side of the mountain is where he was. The area was open with sagebrush and scattered cypress trees, while in the gulches were thick timber groves of pine trees, clustered together with openings that he described. He says that his plan was to stay within the tree groves while working his way to the peak, driving the deer up to the top, where one of their group was already waiting. He says that he worked the grove until he had to cross an opening to another grove just below the peak. He says as he got to the next edge of the tree line, to the next grove, he found what looked to be a blind, saying it was made out of branches interwoven into the branches of another large tree. Now at this time, he says, he started getting a feeling that he was being watched. He said that there were 2 other hunters camped close to them, but he didn't know them or their plans for hunting this day. He just assumed that it was them that made the blind and was probably watching him. So he said that he just continued into the grove. Now, being in the grove, he says that he found a tree about 25 foot tall. This tree was placed upside down next to another tree about 50 foot tall, saying that the base was about 18 inches and that it had been snapped off, not sawed off, with some of the branches being woven into the bigger tree, kind of the same way the blind was woven. He guessed that his elevation was around 8,500 feet at the time, with the peak being 10,000 feet, and that their camp was around 7,000 feet. Now he says that the feeling of being watched returned even greater than before, stating that he started his way back up the hill, leaving the upside down tree. While moving towards the peak, he says he saw a silhouette of a bipedal creature. This creature stood 8 foot tall, that it was just standing there watching him, he said, that it was perpendicular to him, facing uphill in almost a runner's stance, while looking over its right shoulder straight at him, with its wide muscular torso turned slightly towards him. Now he said that this creature's forehead looked small with its head being slightly pointed, that he thinks it was a male because he didn't see any breasts on this creature, saying that this creature also had a very pronounced brow. He also said that this thing's head was small for the rest of its body, while having extra long arms and covered with hair, while looking to be lean but very muscular, saying that this creature's hand had long palms and fingers. The witness said that the fingers looked to be curled back, while having a thumb that curled forward, forming a backwards capital C type shape. He said that this creature then sprinted up the hill. The witness stood there watching it until it vanished behind the trees. He did say that when this creature took off up the hill, that it took off as fast as a deer does from a standstill. Now the witness said he went over to where the creature had been standing, but that there were too many pine needles on the ground to leave any footprints, that when you stepped on them that they just bounced back. Now saying that he used the tree that the creature was next to gauge its size. That's how he got 8 foot in height. Now as for the color, the witness said that it was very shaded, that it was dark in color, that it could have been a dark brown or maybe even a black, that whatever sunlight was coming into the grove was behind this creature, making it hard to tell. He says that he was in a state of shock and almost not believing what he saw, but that knowing that he did see this thing just amazed him. Now he says about a week later, he went to a hypnotist, saying that he had never went to one before, that he was hoping that the hypnotist, could help him notice something that he might be missing with the stress of the sighting and everything that was running through his mind at the time, saying that this helped slowing things down. The hypnosis really helped him, he said, confirmed his sighting. Now, before this sighting, the witness never believed in Bigfoot-type creatures. He said he brought up Bigfoot later that night in camp, with the other two making fun of Bigfoot hunters. So he just joined in on the fun, never telling them about what he had seen that day. He says that Sunday morning, September the 23rd of 2012, will stay with him forever. Wow, that was a nice sighting he had, for sure. I don't know about the hypnotist, though. I might have skipped that part if it was my sighting. But hey, they say it can help bring stuff out that you just don't realize at the time. So I think this was a good sighting report. This Bigfoot sighting comes out of Christian County, Illinois, from May the 5th of 2008. The witness says that him and his dad was heading into Taylorsville, coming in from the southwest, that they were on Route 48. When they came over a small hill, that this is when the sighting happened. Now the witness says that his dad noticed the creature first, that his father started hyperventilating and was staring at something. So he looked back up the road to see what his father was looking at, when he saw this very tall creature. It was standing upright on two legs. As he watched this creature walk across the road, that once this thing had made it across the road, that there was a guardrail there, and that this creature just stepped over it. Now the witness said that there was a bridge next to where this creature crossed, and that after it went over the guardrail, it started to walk underneath the bridge. That once the creature got underneath the bridge, it just disappeared out of sight. Now, in the follow-up interview from the BFRO report, they said the creature was 9 to 10 feet tall, which would make this one very big boy, I think. While its body was huge and very muscular looking to the witnesses. Also that the shoulder width was massive, that the creature was black in color, while they didn't see the creature's face. Now the BFRO site says that there was another sighting at the same area later in that same year. So could this creature be using this bridge as cover? Could it have a nest or something it calls home close by? Maybe there's paths just cuts across and goes under the bridge. Maybe multiple Bigfoot creatures uses this path throughout the year. I don't know about that. So what do you think about this sighting? Drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think. This next Bigfoot report is the other sighting that I mentioned. It's from September 28th of 2008, out of Christian County as well. The witness says that the wife of his brother was driving on Route 48, about 2 miles from Taylorsville, near the Samagon River Bridge. That she said that a very large and hairy creature came up and out of the ditch and walked across the road in front of her car, saying that after it crossed the road, that it came to a guardrail, and that this creature stepped over it, like it wasn't even there, she said, like it was nothing, that it continued to walk off back into the woods where it disappeared. Well, I guess these two sightings are very much the same. In many ways, don't you think? Now, the size is very different in the two sightings. This witness said the creature was 7 foot tall, with the body being huge and very muscular, while the color of this creature was a dark brown, saying that it walked at a regular pace, that it wasn't in any hurry or rush because of her or her car. This creature didn't even look at her or the car as she approached it. The witness said she didn't see its face, that the creature just looked ahead to where it was going. So, wow, these two sightings are very close to one another now, aren't they? Now, knowing that there is a river there, I wonder if they use this path to go up and down to the river. Maybe getting water, or maybe hunting close to the water source. Seems to be two different animals seen crossing almost in the same area. One being a black while the other was brown. At two different times of the year as well. So these two sighting reports makes me think that they may be or have been a family group in this area, or just a well-used path. So what do you think about these two sightings? Does it give you any questions or thoughts about them? Drop me a comment down below and let me know what you might be thinking. So till next time, stay safe and have a great week. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you can keep up with all of our latest videos. And thanks for watching those endless mysteries.